Hello there. Good afternoon. This is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, talking on Tuesday at 2:03. I'm here. I had to quickly get my card cut that I want to share with you. I have a cute little fun fold that uses the Flowers for Every Season paper, and it uses the Glad Tidings, which I totally love. You know, I love the plaids. We talked about that already. So if you're here, let me know you're here. Wave, say hello, leave a message. Let me know that I'm not alone talking to myself in the corner. And welcome. So welcome. I will go ahead and turn the camera around and we can get started right away. I have to pull my supplies as we're talking because I was a little bit late here, but I have the card and I think you're going to like it. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Let me know that you're here. Please share. And I'm kind of stuck at 163 on my YouTube subscribers. So we're trying to get up to 175. Let's set that as a goal, 175. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be putting this on after today, after we do this live. And it'll also go on my blog, so stampingjourney.com. So here we go. Let's get the party started. I'm going to turn this around. And there's the little ride down. Here we go. Okay. Woo! I'm sorry. It's like, hi, Cindy. Hello. Welcome. I'm going to make this a little bigger, I think. There we go. There. How's that? Sound okay? Look okay? All right. So what we're going to play with today is this set, Autumn Goodness Bundle. Love this new fall set with the little die cuts that match. So here is the set. So cute, Autumn Goodness. And here are the dies. So the fun fold that we're going to make today, whoopsie daisy, I'm just about wearing my big shot here, is this one. So I showed this one at the open house, and I used my, this is how it opens, ta-da, ta-da, like that. So this is the Flowers for Every Season, this beautiful paper here, and I love the plaid, so the plaid is from Glad Tidings. Plaid Tidings, right? I think that's the name of it. So I'm going to put that to the side, and we're going to go ahead and start the card. I think I'm going to move this over. I think I have it too big. Cindy, how does that look? Maybe it's better to have it a little bit bigger. Do you want to be able to see it better? Let me know. What do you think? If I should have it bigger, and then people can see that later. Talking on Tuesday. All right. So we'll get a close-up. Okay. So here are the card, my little components here. I have them all put together. This is a directional print, so I wanted to be careful with that. And here's for I cut some of the things out ahead of time. I'm using the die cuts from the Autumn Goodness and also the stitched shapes. This is like one of those that you use all the time, so I'm using the squares from that. So here is all my little pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp my image here of the pumpkin. This is kind of a fun cutout because I'm using Memento ink. It's a fun cutout because it has kind of all this is kind of free-flowing, right? It cuts all that out, and you have that little extra piece that's kind of hanging up there. And I thought that was kind of cool. So here we go. I'm going to stamp it in Memento because I am going to be coloring it with my blends. Here we go. And I don't know what you do at home, but when I make a card and I think I might want to make it again, or I need to remember what I used on it, I do this. I have these little Post-it notes with everything on it. I have the ink, I have the punches I used, the dies I used, the sizes of everything, what everything is scored at. So if you're making cards, it's kind of a fun, easy way to remember, because you think you're going to remember and then you design so many, it's like, I have no idea. Is that what I did? I don't know. So that tells me all my blends I need, and here we go for my little picture. And let's see here, dark mango, one of my favorites. You guys know that dark mango I use all the time. So I'm using the combo of the cherry cobbler, combo of old olive, which we haven't used in a while, dark mango, and dark pumpkin. Here's the dark pumpkin, and a light soft suede, which is going to be for my basket. So is this, oh, that's dark. Let's see if I have a light one here. That's, here we go, light soft suede. Okay, so what I did on my pumpkin, I used dark pumpkin for my pumpkins. I'll start those first, and I colored them in. I kind of go around the outside, and I'm using the pointy end here, and then I just went over it again, kind of fill it in, and then where I want it a little bit darker, because I'm already using the dark, I'm just putting in another layer of ink. So where it's shaded, where Stampin' Up! Tells me to shade it, I'm just adding more ink to it. There, and here's my big pumpkin, great big one here. Get that around, go around the apple. It's sort of fun, kind of detailed little print. This stamp set has a number of different, it has 3 different images to color in, and then it has a like a wheelbarrow, so that you can stamp or you can cut it out, which is kind of neat. So I'm just adding extra ink to the bottom part here. There we go. And then I did my apples. So I'm going to do my apples in the lighter cherry cobbler first. Let's see here, this one, quite a bit of apples. You could do red and green apples. In this case, I'm just doing red apples just to simplify it, but you could do whatever you wanted. And also because the plaid that I used here was had a cherry cobbler in it, had a red in it. So now I'm going to go with my dark cherry cobbler and go on my lines here and put it in a little bit darker, so I have some dimension in my little apples. There. Alrighty. And then I can do my my dark mango, which is my corn here. And the corn too, like you could do corn where it's tricolored corn. You could add other colors to it. In this case, part of this is going to be covered up with my words, so I didn't go through that to change that up. I also used my dark mango over here on these little, I don't know what these are, but anyhow, I decided to make them yellow. That's what I'm doing. And this was yellow here. Kind of spread my yellow so I'm like 3 areas. Kind of draws your eye that way for the yellow. And let's see here. Here is my light old olive. And for this one, so for the corn husks, I did the light old olive. So I had something a little bit variation, right? And then I'm going to do this little vegetable in the light. I don't know what that is. It can be whatever you want it to be. And then here's my leaves in the dark old olive. So I'm not taking a lot of time. This is going pretty fast. You just kind of glide over it quickly. There we go. And then I use the soft suede for the stalks on the pumpkin and my basket. So these have been sitting out for a while. They're not green anymore, they're brown. And here's my basket. Oh, I see I missed a leaf here on the apple, so I'm going to come back with my dark old olive. There we go. And dark old olive. Here we go. One more little leaf here. There. Ta-da! All done. Okay. Before I cut this out, I'm going to show you a little trick I did with my, I'm always happy about using up all of my designer paper. So if it's underneath something like this is covering it up, I cut this piece right out from under here so that I could use it on the front, and it carried through with the pattern and everything. So it kind of matched up the stripes here. So what I did was I held this in place where I wanted it to go. I kind of held it down here like this. Come on. So I'm putting my designer paper where it will eventually end up. This piece is going to go kind of even. So I'm going side to side and evening that out. It's so wonderful to be using a plaid because then you can kind of watch, the lines and know exactly that you have it straight, because this piece now, this is going to go like this and like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so I know where to cut this out, I'm going to cut this out from underneath here. I set it where I wanted it. Set it and forget it. That's not this one. That's a cooking show. And I'm just going to take a pencil and draw my square here. Just on the corners, I'm just putting a little pencil mark on there. So I know that this will line up with that pencil mark then. So let's move this out of the way. Here we go, and I'm going to bring my new die cutting machine over here. That has had much love already. I have been using it like crazy. We've used it in class so everybody could see how great it was. And let me make sure that you guys can see this here. Hi Marie, hello, hello. Hello, Miss Marie. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller here, I think. There we go. So I'm putting that there. I'm checking where my marks are, right here and here. Okay. And I'm just going to line this die up with that. I can make sure that it's straight by using the grid on my paper. And I'm going to cut that out. So I put my other acrylic plate on top here, and away I go. I'm going to hold on. Whoops, sorry. Holding on here. It moves because I have paper under it here. Okay. There's that one piece cut out. And now I'm going to use the die for my Autumn Goodness dies to cut out this little pumpkin setup. Look at how weird this die looks. It's kind of funny looking. But you can see that it fits right around here. There we go. I'm going to cut that out. Ooh, that's got quite a glare. Sorry about that. Okay. One time through. Move that out of my way. The dies just fall out. Everything just falls out. The paper. Phenomenal. Just phenomenal. This new die cut machine is a dream. Just a dream. Okay. Here's my cut. Push that out, and I'm going to take, I've used this before, you guys. I always use a white pearl eraser. I'm just going to erase those marks on here that I used so I knew where to set my die, okay? Get that out of there so it's nice and clean looking. Okay. I can go ahead and attach this designer paper. I have a brand new glue today. Yay! So I'm going to go ahead and attach my paper here. Put a little glue on it, up and in the corners. There we go. And just lining up the sides. My green glue gives me a little wiggle time, so I can make sure I have it nice and straight. There we go. This piece of designer paper, which matches the colors. I've talked about this before, and I talked about it at open house. That is one of the nice things about Stampin' Up! Is that all of our products coordinate to work together. So even though these are from two different paper packs, the colors are the same. So it matches. I mean, it just makes it so much easier when you're putting your cards together to have everything nice and matchy-matchy. This piece here, this is going to go on the inside where my verse will be. And I used Cajun Craze. Is that what I used? I have to look. See, I have my little cheater thing. Oh, my little cheater that tells me what ink. Oh, cherry cobbler I used. Sorry. See, that's why I'm looking. Here's my cherry cobbler. There we go. Because that was the color that was in this plaid, so I wanted to maintain that. I have one piece that I'm going to use a punch and punch out right here. So I'm going to put my thanks over here on the end, because I only want, I'm going to use the classic label punch, but I want this end to be flat. I don't want to have another point on it. And here's the inside of my verse. All good things come from above. So sweet. Okay, that's gonna go right there. Please be straight. Let's see, is it straight? Yeah, that's straight. Straight enough. Good enough. Here we go. Okay. Close that up. Put my cherry cobbler over there. So here's my classic label punch. You unlock it. I'm going to punch it from behind like this. And I'm just moving it to where I want it. Lining that up. But I wanted this end to be flat, so that's why I put it close to the edge. There we go. Get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. Let's put all this together now. So here's the inside. I have Bumblebee cardstock and Whisper White. I did use the thick Whisper White for the card base and this little flap, but regular Whisper White for the cutout and the inside layer. So let's put this in place here. Ta-da. There we go. Okay. Now, another big piece of Whisper White on the front of this, a little flap that's going to cross over. So there we go. And then my plaid piece is going to go in here that I just cut out from the center, so nobody will even know it's missing. It got to be used where you could see it, so I'm not wasting any of my designer paper. Gonna get that straight in there. Okay. Really, this card would be pretty fast, I think. Let's go ahead and glue this in to my card base. There. And again, I'm just kind of making sure I cover what I cut out, and I'm lining up my plaid. So it lines up here, and it lines up with the pattern. So it's just kind of a repeat, and it's going to go around like this. So those stripes just come right down. Matchy matchy. Comes over here. There we go. Okay. Now, this piece I put up with dimensionals. I wanted to have a little pop on our card front here. So I put a dimensional in each corner. There. This piece I cut out ahead of time with those stitched shapes. I used 2 of the square sizes on here. There we go. This one's going to go right here. So is that even? Make sure I get it kind of even. Even Steven. There we go. Nope. Needs to move over just a smidgen. Ah, come on. I love this, oh boy, come on. I love this new autumn set. Fall is my favorite time of the year. I love all the colors. That's when I got married in the fall. Won't tell you the dates, but it's just my favorite time of the year. Everything is looking beautiful. The nights start cooling off, and I'm not real big on the summer heat, but I love fall. I love all the colors, the trees turning. When I was working, I had the best drive in to work. I drove along the freeway, but it was all like hardwoods, and so the colors were just magnificent. There, ta-da. And then here's my little verse. I'm going to put that on here. A little bit of glue. And then you can put that on wherever you want. I lined it up with my plaid edge right here. There we go. Ta-da! There you go. No ribbons, no bling, but isn't it pretty, even without all the extra things? There's our fun fold card today. Super simple. So, that's that one. Now the other one I wanted to share with you, I had made for open house, again using the plaids, using Mary Merlot, so much different. I thought about using this paper with this flower because it looks very similar, but this is from, that is also a piece from the Autumn Goodness. So it has the flowers that you can put in on your cart, or it has the corn stalks here, and then the pumpkin one that I used over here. So the corn stalks I did stamp on here. I'm going to move this up a little bit. Can you see the background? So I did tone on tone, just so that wasn't just plain, and I used the corn stalks with the bumblebee, and then I did the flowers again inside. So pretty. So there we go. Ta-da, ta-da. There are the cards for today using Autumn Goodness. This is on page 48 of your holiday catalog. If you're interested, you can let me know. Get that ordered for you. Again, I'm using 2 different plaids, but the plaids are just beautiful. Pull out all the different colors in the plaids. On this one, I used shaded spruce, because that's what the color was in here. Shaded spruce, Mary Merlot, the bumblebee again. So pretty fall cards. We're getting ready for the cool weather. So there we go. I'm going to turn the camera around. I think we are all set. I think on Friday I'm going to show you some additional things that I'm making with the tag set. So for open house, we use the tag kit that is on page 5, I believe, of the holiday catalog. And with that, you had a nice size tag, but my idea was if you wanted to make fast cards, you could use those tags, put them on the front of your card with a nice designer paper background, and you would have your cards done lickety-split. It's $30 for 30 tags, so I think it would be a pretty good deal too. I am going to go. Thank you for watching. Please share my video. Please join my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love that. And we will see you for Follow Up Friday. Have a good week. Bye-bye.